Welcome back everyone, thanks for joining me once again as I make my way through the series of the 2011 New 52 event. Today a bit of a short one. I'm going to be talking about I, Vampire, one of the oddball books of the event as it didn't really factor into superheroes, at least not until the end. The story centers on Andrew and Mary, ex-lovers who are also centuries-old vampires. Their conflict stems from Mary's desire for vampires to rise up and overthrow humanity, while Andrew believes that they can live in harmony. They're basically Magneto and Professor X, but as a sparring couple. So just Magneto and Professor X. There are also Andrew's companions, Professor John Troughton, who's worked alongside him on his quest to defeat the vampires, and Tig, a teenage vampire hunter who joins them about halfway through the book. They don't get developed as much as the other two, but they do bring an interesting human element to the book, a nice contrast to the leads who are shown to be basically indestructible. Anywho, listen, this comic is probably really good, but it did absolutely nothing for me. I was drawn in the first issue that features the aftermath of Mary's first big attack on the world at large. It sets up a creepy and upsetting vibe that sets it apart from other series. Then the next issue is just the same event, but from Mary's perspective, and it's fine. From then on, as we get more characters and plot points, the tone seems to vary and the story just meanders for a bit. It's possible that these were just growing pains and the story becomes more interesting as it goes on, but I really have no desire to continue reading it. The writer, Joshua Hale Fialkov, is known for his horror writings, and while I've never read any of his other work, I will say the first issue does a great job of setting up the horror aspect. I might go on to check out some of his other work because there does seem to be good ideas here, they just don't really go anywhere. The ending to this collection also ties into the series Justice League Dark, and which we haven't covered here yet, and I do wonder if maybe the editors at DC wouldn't allow the story to move any further, otherwise it would conflict with the release schedule. Also, Batman plays a fairly big role towards the end, which would be fine if his cowl wasn't already extremely prevalent throughout this entire event. The art done by Andrea Sorrentino is very good at setting the tone. Everything is dark and almost sepia tone, allowing this supernatural side of the world to have its own distinct feeling. Sorrentino also does a great job of showcasing the violence and unpleasantness of these monsters without relying on gratuitous gore. But, hands down, the highlight of the series for me is the gorgeous cover art by Jenny Frison. They don't necessarily reflect the feel and look of the rest of the book, but they are beautifully drawn and painted. Genuinely, I just love looking at them, and I really wish I had more emotions on the series as a whole, but I just don't. As a starting point, it's odd because at the beginning you can really go in blind, you don't have to know anything, but there is a turn where you are expected to know more characters from the DC universe at large. You'd probably be able to understand the entire story, but if you're looking for a way into the broader DC universe, this probably isn't it. That said, if you're looking for a break from the traditional superhero books, this could be a nice entry into other genres. Overall, while I didn't lose my mind over this, I can see where people may enjoy it, so if you're interested at all, go check it out. And if this is your first time checking out the channel, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Maybe leave a like, subscribe even if you're awaiting Andrew Bennett's return in the Justice League Dark comic. I'll be making a video of that real soon. Or it's out already. I don't know what order any of these things are going out. But hey, if you did enjoy it and you do come back, I hope to see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.